Let's go. I got a vision I see in my head, a melody buried deep into my soul. They call us crazy, we cutting the edge, unlocking the future and letting it go. This is a calling that's higher. The time we decided our stories are gonna be told. This is where legends are born. We paving the road, a future that favors the bold. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Something coming, I can feel it. Deep down in my spirit. Revolution, it's a new day. Time to redefine the limits. So vivid, I can see it. So loud, I can hear it. So they calling me a madman, but the future belongs to the fearless. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. This is the truth, into the light. Taking our dreams and we bring them to life. This is the truth, into the light. Taking our dreams and we bring them to life. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. We bout to set the tone. We bout to write the code. Yeah, we writing the code. Yeah, we on a new elevation. We came here to shatter the mold. We gon' shatter the mold. Yeah, we bout to set the tone. We bout to write the code. Yeah, we writing the code. Yeah, we on a new elevation. We came here to shatter the mold. Yeah, I know you hear it. I know you see it. We are the fearless. We are the genius. We got defiance. We are the beacons. We are the true believers. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Yeah. Greatness.
Red alert, John, shine a light down. On the front lines of my mind now. Riding my time on the high ground.
If you smell what the rock is cooking. The rock says, the rock says, the rock says, the rock.
I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate. I hear voices crying, I see heroes dying, I taste blood that's trying, I feel tension rising. I hear voices in my head, they counsel me.
Hello and welcome to the WWE Wrestling Talk Show with Voice of Rock Jones and
Sean Randy Smith has bring you our pre-show to the one time of year where WWE takes things to the extreme.
And this year they really will, because for the first time in a long time, every single match scheduled to take place, at the moment at least, because we are still 2 days out, has some kind of extreme stipulation added to it. First off, Extreme Rules takes place Saturday night, 8th of October, from the Wells Fargo Center, in the home of the original ECW. Pennsylvania. So, on the main card, we have 6 scheduled matches at the moment. Starting with a SummerSlam rematch.
And it will be between the baddest woman on the planet as she challenges Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship in an Extreme Rules match.
Yes, now this whole thing started at Money in the Bank, of course, when Liv Morgan first won the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Then cashed in later the night following Rousey's defense against Natalia. On that night, Ronda Rousey actually gave Liv Morgan credit. Then we had a rematch scheduled to take place at SummerSlam, which had, let's just say, a bit of a s'mores finish.
Yes.
Because Rousey had Liv Morgan in the armbar. Morgan was able to get Rousey's shoulders down, and the referee was counting the fall. But just as the referee's hand was coming down to count Rousey for 3, Liv Morgan tapped out.
Obviously, the shoulders were on the floor, so the referee counted.
Technically, Ronda Rousey should have won because Liv Morgan tapped out before the 3 count was made. That didn't happen. Rousey went ballistic, attacked the referee.
Big mistake there.
This was meant, and I do stress the word meant, as a Ronda Rousey heel turn.
But it appears it hasn't gone that way.
Yes, because What Vince McOldman failed to realize is that this badass side of Ronda Rousey is the side that the fans want to see. And since Triple H has taken control of creative, it appears they have switched things up and are treating Liv Morgan more as the heel in this situation. Then, following SummerSlam, Ronda Rousey was suspended. This then allowed Liv Morgan to go into Clash at the Castle, attended by yours truly.
And you can say,
Go in there and face Ronda Rousey's friend Shayna Baszler.
in which Liv Morgan retained the championship.
Then, following her return from suspension, on the September 9th episode of SmackDown, Ronda Rousey won a fatal 5-way elimination match to earn a rematch against Liv Morgan at Extreme Rules. It was then, a week later, that Liv Morgan came up with a wonderful idea. This should be an Extreme Rules match.
Yes.
You,
Whether that will backfire on Miss Morgan, only time will tell.
yeah, do you really want to face a pissed off Ronda Rousey when weapons are legal?
Not unless you have a death wish. Our next match will be a very unique match, as Matt Riddle takes on Seth freaking Rollins in a fight pit match in which UFC Hall of Famer and Cormier will be the special guest referee.
This is a rematch from Clash at the Castle, and it was supposed to take place at SummerSlam. This has been a bubbling issue over the past couple of months. Came to a blows again a couple of weeks ago on Raw when Matt Riddle cost Seth Rollins a United States Championship match.
Yes.
So we go into another brawl, and a match was laid out, a stipulation by Riddle to make it a fight pit match. Now, in case people are unaware of what a fight pit match is and when it originated, it first appeared in a little known section of WWE called NXT.
Yes, in which at the time Matt Riddle faced Timothy Thatcher.
So, what this essentially is what you get if you were to combine a steel cage match, a submission match, and a last man standing match. Now, the cage will be surrounding the ring, will not have the traditional ring ropes and turnbuckles attached to it. The top of the cage has a catwalk surrounding it in which wrestlers will be able to climb up and jump off of. And there is no pinfall win in this match.
The only way you can win in this match is by pinfall or submission.
No pinfall.
Well, submission.
Submission or technical knockout, which basically is
DKO.
not answering a referee's count of 10, aka last man standing,
Pretty much.
or technical knockout, or a submission. wouldn't say this started out of nowhere, but again, following Triple H's takeover of WWE,
He's brought back various superstars, and this one in particular was one of his favourites.
this one in particular being former NXT champion Karrion Kross, Scarlett, who was absent from Cross's first disastrous run on the main roster thanks to McMahon.
Let's tell us about that.
So they come back, and immediately Karrion Kross starts targeting Drew McIntyre.
He does, literally nowhere, claiming that time is running out for McIntyre.
Now you had to think that this was going to lead to a match somewhere. However, McIntyre at this time was also dealing with Roman Reigns in the Bloodline.
Yes.
So then, after Cross at the castle, things got a little heated between the two. And then a few weeks ago on SmackDown, McIntyre announced that he had been granted a match against Karrion Kross at Extreme Rules, except it will be a strap match.
In which
Both competitors are strapped to each other by their hands, open their hands, and are able to use the strap as a weapon. Now, we have seen variations of this match in various forms, aka the Texas Bull Rope match. But in that match, you have to touch all four corners to win. In a traditional strap match, you don't.
absolutely right.
The next match, the first, I believe,
Yep, as we will have a ladder match as Bianca Belair will defend her Raw Women's Championship against the leader of Damage Control. Ding dong, hello.
Bailey. Now, the reason we say this is a first is because, at least as far back as I can remember, there has never been a one-on-one female ladder match.
There's always been, to my knowledge, there's always been money in the bank matches and so on and so forth. We've never, like my colleague has said, we've never had a one-on-one match for the championship in a ladder match.
Now, this technically is a rivalry dating back over a year, because following Bianca Belair's win over Sasha Banks at WrestleMania last year, he entered a feud with Bayley over the SmackDown Women's Championship, resulted in various matches, one at Backlash and an Extreme Rules match, Hell in a Cell even.
Yes.
They were supposed to face each other at Money in the Bank last year in an I Quit match, but disaster would strike, at least for Bayley.
As she got injured during training.
Then, of course, Bayley would resurface at SummerSlam following Bianca's successful defense against Becky Lynch, and bring with her Dakota Kai and Io Sky, or Io Shirai.
NXT, yeah.
And then at Clash at the Castle, when the trio faced off against Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka, their name was confirmed as Damage Control.
Yes, which was the faction name in which Bailey first pitched to Vince retired, but he turned it away. She pitched yes.
And as soon as Bailey returned to SummerSlam, we knew this match was inevitable. We also knew that the other two members of Damage Control were going to become Women's Tag Team Champions. That happened.
It happened.
The question now is, does Bailey give all the titles to Damage Control, or do they have the classic situation where, because Bailey was on top of the ladder holding the title as Raw went off the air on Monday night, that means that Bianca Belair will retain the title?
Only time will tell that. Our next match is going to be what will probably be a very violent match, as the former leader of Judgment Day seeks to take up the new leader of Judgment Day, Finn Balor, in an I Quit match.
Yes. Ever since Backlash, Judgment Day seems to have made it their mission to take out Edge.
Yes.
But every time they try, he keeps coming back. At SummerSlam, he cost them a tag team match. Then him and Rey Mysterio won a tag team match against them at Clash at the Castle before Rey's and Grateful Sun turned on them.
In by low-blowing Mitch, ding dong, and in a very eerily fashion, clotheslining Rey Mysterio in a very similar fashion to the late Eddie Guerrero.
And then more recently, they tried to take him out on Raw. No, they did kind of take him out on Raw. And then Edge came back. And as he basically said, they have tried over and over again to get rid of him, but he keeps coming back. Even if it takes him 9 years, he keeps coming back.
I'm back, and again, I'm back, so on.
But okay, whether he wins this match, debatable. We know at some point Ray's gonna get involved in this with Dominic.
Like over the last few weeks, daring his own dad to hit him with a chair, hit him with a fist.
But Triple H has got any common sense, which I believe he does.
Yes, a lot more than Vince McMahon.
I would continue this thing with Ray and Dominic to a possible WrestleMania match.
Interesting to see.
And then the final match on the card is a 6-man tag team. Good old fashioned Donnybrook brawl match, essentially.
Yep, and Imperium take on the Brawling Brutes.
This whole thing technically started on when Sheamus was given an Intercontinental Championship match at Clash at the Castle and Imperium reformed fully under different names at Clash at the Castle with Gunther
Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci was known as Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner.
and Gunther, aka Walter.
The ring general.
And then they are in a brutal match, which was given 5 out of 5 stars. Gunther retained the Intercontinental Championship, but that has not stopped these superstars going at each other. In fact, 24 hours before this match, on tomorrow night's episode of SmackDown, there is scheduled to be an Intercontinental Championship rematch between Sheamus and Gunther.
And don't forget also, last night at the time of this recording, 2 nights ago at the time of this recording, the Brawling Brutes was screwed out of an NXT Tag Team Championship match against Britain because of Imperium's interference.
So this pairing could go on for a while. The Intercontinental Championship match could descend into chaos. One could argue that this is a bubbling situation that can only be resolved in another type of match being promoted from NXT, but we'll get to that in a while.
Oh yes, we will.
So those are the 6 matches scheduled to take place at Extreme Rules. Now, there is a possibility that we may have one more added on SmackDown, but really I think we'll probably just get some kind of pre-show match added during the actual pre-show on the night.
Let's run you through the Extreme Rules card one more time.
Liv Morgan defends the SmackDown Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey in an Extreme Rules match.
We'll also have Matt Riddle versus Seth Freaking Rollins in a fight pit match, which UFC Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier will be the special guest referee.
Drew McIntyre faces Karrion Kross in a strap match.
Bianca Belair will defend her Raw Women's Championship in a ladder match against the leader of Damage Control,
Edge faces the leader of Judgment Day, Finn Balor, in an I Quit match.
and the Brawling Brutes will go one-on-one with Imperium in a 6-man good old-fashioned Donnybrook match.
So that does it for this show. All that's left to do is to sit back and get extreme.
Until then, he's been
Lisa Rock Jones, and he's been
Sean Randy Smith.